hold me close. Let me dead in my eyes, till the day that I die. I just wanna feel alive. With you, I'm alive. Fell in love, but it left me lonely. Tried to trust, but it burned me slowly. I didn't know what I was looking for till I found her. I found her. That love that made sense. I was stressed till I found her. Let me dead in my eyes, till the day that I die. I just wanna feel alive with you.
How did I know she was the one? We were friends. We spent a lot of time talking about business, contracts, and I was already in my business and she was trying to set up hers. And from there we started talking about personal projects, and I realized that her personal future, or the way she saw her future, was exactly how I saw mine. And I felt that this is probably the person I should be talking to. And we took off from there.
I knew Joseph was the one by his character. He had a very gentle, kind demeanor, and he was extremely patient. One of the things that, so if you want to know a little bit about me, I'm slightly forgetful, a little bit unorganized, and Joe is very the opposite of that. And even though he's very organized, very clean, very tidy, very kind, he doesn't mind my personality. So when when he found out and met about me and saw all these little tweaks, he did not hesitate to still love me as I am. And another thing, since I was a little girl, you know, in the Christian church, they tell you pray for your husband. And one of the things that I prayed for was kindness, and he has that 100%, and patience.
Well, I never wanted to be married in the first place, but I knew that if I ever get married, I would have to marry someone that, first of all, would respect me, would fear God, and would be very, very good with God and our finances. And Aurelia met all those criteria.
You know, like every other girl, I have a list, but my list wasn't long. I only had like 5 things, I think. And one of them at the top of the list was patience. And when I met Joe, I loved, first of all, his character and how he treated me. Our first encounter, I was with his friend, and whom introduced us, and he cooked this elaborate dinner for me. And it was grilled fish with bobolo and plantains, which was excellent. But then on top of that, our second encounter, I went to his home and he blessed me with so many gifts, which I know guys are supposed to give gifts, but we were just friends and I wasn't expecting that. The other thing is, I am also one of those girls, you know, who's a little klutzy, who's a little unorganized. And I have always prayed that my husband would be understanding of those things, otherwise he would go crazy. And Joe has all of those qualities and more, and that is definitely how I knew he would be my partner.
Our greatest achievement over the last 10 years has been our growth in the faith. Our 2 daughters that we are very, very blessed to have. And of course, the fact that we've stayed together. I think it's a testament to our fear of God, and we are very happy.
Our greatest achievements as a couple is definitely our children, and of course our home as well. We are so thankful to God for the 2 daughters that we have, Aurielle and Aurielle, and I'm sure you've seen them running around. And they are growing up to be just confident, mature, and kind girls. And that's one thing I love about being a wife to Mitterrand or Joseph, is that we have the same parenting style. The other thing is about our home. We always want our home to be chic, cute, and kind, and welcome to everyone. And that's how we've been our home. And lastly, I'm just so excited that we've reached this 10-year mark.
Yeah, I am a personal person. I am a private guy. I don't share a lot of details about my personal life, but I don't believe that there's anything that is private to me or about my marriage that people don't know, because my wife does a lot of sharing. But God bless her heart. She's very generous with her mouth, so she shares a lot.
One of our unique stories that we've had, rarely ever shared with everyone, is how God showed me that Joseph was the one to be my husband. The funny thing though, God showed me that I was going to marry a Marine, but when I met Joseph, I didn't know he was a Marine, even though he is a Marine. When I met him, I knew that he was a lawyer, and he actually helped me with one of my traffic law cases. I had a bad ticket, which was going to take me off 2 points. But he helped me get through that. And 1 month actually after we got married, we went to the movies. And at the movies, we were watching Olympus Has Fallen, and in that movie, there was a shot of the White House, and there was a Marine standing in that shot. And it just came back to my mind, like, oh my gosh, I had all these dreams, at least 3 or 4 dreams that I was going to marry a Marine. And then I turned around and tell Joe, like, oh my gosh, Joe, I've been having all these dreams I'm going to marry a Marine, but I didn't end up marrying a Marine because I married a lawyer. And then Joe was like, no, are you kidding right now? And I was like, no, I'm not. He's like, I am a Marine. I'm like, oh, you are? So this was just another confirmation that God has put us together.
We pray for a better 10 years. We've spent the last 10 years learning to know each other, learning to raise children, and now we're learning to be good partners, good support, not just for her, but for me and then for the children. And I pray that we continue to be together. We have a united family. Her family's mine, and I pray that mine is hers. I think we would do well together, and we pray to have more success in terms of finances, in terms of faith.
What I hope and pray for the next 10 years is just continued joy and continued peace for my family. And of course, a little bit more queens.